Bleep. Look at that, everybody, I've started the video. My name is Multiplier, and welcome to a video where I talk about this thing here, the sound devices MixPre-3. So this is a first impressions video, as it will be my first impression with it. Anyway, this video is a first impressions. What it is not is me reading off the website all the lists of features and things you can do, all the number of inputs and outputs and all the various configurations and stuff, because that's boring. So what I am going to do is, while I'm kind of standing in between the light source and the MixPre-3, so if you see some weird shadows, that's, see my hand waving, there you go. I'm waving to you via shadows. That's what that is. But anyway, yes, this video is first impressions. Things I like, things I don't like, and some things you may not know about it. What does this thing do? This thing, let me focus on a bit of it. There you go. Oh, on the record button, that'd be appropriate for what I'm going to say. This thing records things. It records audio, actually. It doesn't record anything. It records audio. You can even see the level meters flashing. That's fantastic. Level meters, noises. Noises, there you go, you can see that, that's cool, more on that in a sec. Anyway, so this records audio, which is fantastic, but it's not it kind of is an interface. It records things, and at the moment I'm recording through that XLR cable, which goes up to, what's that up there? Did my try? Yes, gonna work, isn't it? Look at this, whoa, okay, fantastic. So up there is, wait, oh, I missed, there you go. Ooh, focus. Focus. Whoa, that looks brilliant. So that's recording into a shotgun microphone, which I'm probably a good distance now from, I don't know. Oh, I'm a bit off axis again, classic multiplier. Anyway, that's the Sennheiser MKH416 or some MKH416 Sennheiser. And I can't really see it very well from this angle. Whoa, look at that. Whoa, brilliantness. So that is the microphone up there. And that goes in through an XLR cable into this guy here. You can see there's it's plugged in. Now there's 3 inputs. I think that's why it's called MixPre-3. Oh, it says on the back, MixPre-3. So 3 inputs, which is great because it means you can record multiple things at the same time. Maybe you're recording a podcast or multiple people or things. That's great. Now, the big reason why I got this personally is because it's portable. So I'm currently, for example, recording into an SD card in the back. So the thing about this is it's an audio recorder, so you can record to SD card, but you can also record to the computer if you wanted to. So what I could do, if I wanted to do like a mission critical recording, is I could record to the computer through a USB cable and then also record to an SD card at the same time. Crikey, wowzers trousers. I could even record it with multiple mics at the same time if I wanted to. Anyway, so it's a multifunctional, multi-purpose thing. Do see the website for a complete list of features and stuff like that, but that's a bit too boring to read off now. So yes, let me tell you some cool things about it. In fact, let me show you my least favorite thing, which I thought was a bit stupid. So I wonder if I can get move this about. Okay, zoom. Well, I've run out of zoom. I've already zoomed in all the way. Okay, so we're gonna have to do. Okay. So I'm gonna zoom. You see, I'm trying to focus using the. That's probably fine. Okay. So in fact, yeah, this illustrates my point pretty much perfectly. So have a guess where the power button is, the thing to turn it off and on. So chances are you can't see it. I'm also a bit high. That's probably another reason why you can't see it. But let's get down low. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna freestyle this. That's okay, cool. Yeah, I believe in me. Okay, I'm gonna not even lock off the tripod, so it was gonna fall. There you go. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold this. Okay, can you see the power button? It's there. There you go. There, you can see it. Can you see it? You probably even still can't see it, and that's because this is my least favorite thing. Let's start off with the least favorite. The power button's ridiculous. It's too small, and I can barely ever press it. So the power button, in case you haven't found it, which you probably haven't, is right above the USB cable. So you see the USB cable, the cable on the right, the cable on the left is an XLR, the cable on the right is USB. So that is how I'm basically powering it through USB, and the power button's right above it. Now it's tiny, it's recessed, and it's almost impossible to turn off and on, especially when you've got a USB cable in there. I mean, maybe if I unplug the USB cable, it'd be easier, but I need that to power the thing. Oh, it's really hard to turn off and on. It's in some focus now. I'm not even pointing at it right. It's that tiny thing, the button, the tiny switch right above the USB cable. You can barely see it, and that's because it's barely there. It's a little thing, not a big deal in the world, but it makes it really hard to turn it off and on. Oh, put the tripod back. Oh, you absolute maniac. So that's my main criticism with the thing. It's Absolutely not a problem, obviously, because it's just turning it off and on. I mean, I have been able to turn it off and on. It's a bit fiddly. You're fiddly. That's something you don't learn from other reviews or websites. The on and off button's a bit tricky to press, but that's probably not actually that relevant as a bit of consumer advice, consumer feedback, more just a thing that is a thing. So yes, let's get on to some more favorite things about this. Oh, powering options. Yeah, let's dive into that. So you can power it via batteries or USB. So there's that USB cable on the side, the cable closest to you. That's focus. That's USB Type C, which goes to down there. You can see. In fact, should we go rogue? We're going to go rogue, everybody. We're going to go rogue off the tripod. Rogue. He's going rogue. He's going rogue. He's rogue. He's a maverick. Whoa. Ooh, okay, look at that. So this is the USB charger. I probably sound ridiculous now because I'm way off axis with the microphone. Anyway, so yes, this is the power cable. This is the power cable. You can see there's two cables going in, and that's because it needs the power. So I bought this little Anchor 2 charger thing, which looks pretty neat. It's a USB charger. You know how they work. Now, the cool thing about it is, now this is actually really cool. So you see how at the moment there's 2 USB cables going in because it needs more power than one cable allows. So that's really cool, but let me show you something cool. Or tell you something cool as I remount Mr. Tripod. So basically, if you only say have a USB power socket dude for one cable, which isn't enough for maximum power, it will still work. You don't get all the microphone inputs. Something like you get 2 mic inputs instead of 3. So even if I didn't have a cool 2 pluggy dude, maybe I'm somewhere on location, quote unquote, or maybe just at a friend's house, and I wanted to plug it in to get power, but I didn't have a 2 plug thing, then I could just plug it in with a 1, and I can still get 2 of the microphones working, or 1 microphone, or some version of that. Do see the website for details on that. But it's cool, right? The idea that it's adaptable. Also, you can just get a battery. That works as well. But anybody got time for batteries? I like cables. I hate wireless things. And batteries fall into the category of wireless in my eyes. How easy is this thing to use? I don't like that angle at all. We're going to run with it though. How easy it is to use? Well, it's very easy. There are 2 different modes, simple mode and advanced mode, or some other words. Basically 2 different modes. One's easier, one's more complicated. Most people probably just need the simple mode, like me, because I'm just doing simple recording. So I turn it on, I press record, and that's it. And I press stop when I want to stop recording, naturally. I mean, you've got play, stop, record. You can see the buttons. And you just press it. Great visual feedback, so I know when I'm recording. There's a big red light. That's fantastic. And yes, you just press record, and that's it. I mean, you can configure it in settings. I mean, got this here, which is the levels. So you can adjust the amount of gain. So now I'm really quiet. Oh, I'm quieter. It sounds like I've gotten quieter. I've really just turned down the gain. And then I'm going louder and louder and louder and louder. I'm not going to turn it up any louder, but yes, you can see, you can just basically turn it up and down with these guys. That's great. Useful little, okay, this is something I really like. As you turn it, you get visual feedback to the decibel, how much gain you're adding. So I can precisely set, say 36 dB, or what I normally do, 40 dB. I'll tell you why this is important. It's because if you don't have that, then, okay, so when you're recording, most of the times you figure out what level is good, and then you always set the mic gains to exactly the same level. It means when you want to record something, you don't need to reconfigure it every single time. It means when you record something, you don't need to work out what level to set it to. You just basically go to the level that you know works. However, it's oftentimes a bit fiddly because you don't know precisely where you set it before. Maybe you set it to, or at least on, say, my other one, I set it at like 10:30, and then you sort of trying to remember, well, is that at 10:30? I just don't. It's basically, without visual feedback, it can be tricky to get it precisely where it was before. But because there's a numerical value, in fact, I don't know if I can show you. Is the screen even, I don't even know if the screen's, it's really hard to tell. The screen might be blown. Oh, there you go. Okay, we're going to, actually can't tell if the screen's visible or not. So in fact, I'm going to show you. Okay, so I think the screen's in focus. Notice as I change, there's a decibel reading. 43, 43, 40. Can you read that? Hopefully. Oh, okay, it went away. 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. There you go. And it disappears once you've got to keep changing it to see, but that's okay. You just change it, get it to where you want. 40 dB, bam, bingo, bango, bongo. Now let's put that back. Right. Okie dokie. So that's genuinely really, really good. I mean, I suppose it's probably commonplace on similarly priced, expensive recorders and stuff, but compared to the cheaper ones, which is what I was used to before, it's a nice thing to have. Great stuff. Oh, also the preamps are amazing. The amount of gain you get and the quality and everything. I'm not an expert on these things, so I'm going to defer to other people's judgment. Who basically said it's by far the best value you can, or for the money. It's by far the best you can get. Now you can see literally I don't need any other mic preamps. No additional mic preamps needed. I'm going straight from the recorder device, the MixPre-3, up to the microphone. Whoa, look at that. Literally straight in. Boom! Focusing, coolness. Okay, so we go straight in, and it provides all the power. So it's got the phantom power. Phantom power. Learn about that if you don't know what that is. So it's got phantom power included, and that's great. So it's simple. You just plug it straight in, which is for me is a big deal because my other setup on my over there. It's probably too bright. Anyway, I can see my energy drink. That's my source of energy. And I've left my cover on the Ableton Push. That's not very professional. Anyway, you can see, like you've seen from other videos probably, that my main recording setup is over there. And to power that microphone, which you see off to the left, it goes through a million different things, which is just more stuff to go wrong. There's a cable going out to a cloud lifter. There's a cable going from the cloud lifter to the mic pre, which is the box on the left, the goldy thing. And there's a cable going from that, which is the preamp, to the sound card, which is the red one on the right. And then there's a cable going from that to the computer, and then there's software, and it's just, I hate things. That means I hate complicated processing chains. They're the worst. I just can't stand complicated processing chains with loads of different things, because then when something goes wrong, like something went wrong the other day, literally it becomes a headache to try and figure out what caused it, because if it could be one of a million different things. So yes, I'm a fan of the simplicity of this. Let's move that. In addition, furthermore, things I like. So I really like how the meters are flashing, and it's not just so the halos are good. These halos, they're quite common on sound cards and sound devices. Basically say green's good, or sounds coming in and stuff like that. So sound's coming in and green's good, but that's not very accurate. I can't tell just looking at that what the levels are like. Am I low? Am I high? Am I medium? Whereas these, it's like if I just maybe do that thing again. They go screen vibes. So if I now do a bit of focus, what was that? I can't even tell. Is that in focus? That's close enough. So you can see the levels flashing away, and you get numerical values. So you see like a peak, like a recent peak thing, the yellow. So it just means when I can at a glance, literally as I'm doing things, I can see how my levels are doing and just check to make sure everything's okay. Which for me is a big deal, because I hate it when stuff goes wrong. Oh no! Wait. Oh, I've actually got more time left on the clip. I thought the clip would run out. Not a problem. Turn that back up. So yes, the meters are great. Meters are great, fantastic. And if you have, say, multiple ins, you could have multiple different microphones coming in. You can see all those different meters at the same time. You just tap the screen. Oh yeah, this is touchscreen, by the way. How cool is that? I bet you didn't think it was a touchscreen, but it is. And it's very easy to use. The interface is very good. I mean, it's not the easiest thing in the entire world to use, but it's very easy. I would say it's very easy, not very, very, very easy. Does that make sense? That's the sort of consumer advice you get with Multiplier, and just the overall build quality, form factor, first impressions is brilliant. It feels great. You know when you pick something up and it feels great? Whoa, it's like that. But then again, for the price, I would hope so. Oh, this is good. Wait, this is good. Okay, so you can actually save settings. So all the different fancy configurations you can do, like naming the different inputs or the different file types you're saving, or the limiters, filtering, all that sort of stuff. You can save the settings as presets in the device. I mean, I think you have to be in the advanced mode to do that, but that's okay. Which would mean if you had, say, a podcast or two, you could save different, visual things. You could basically save visual things. You could basically save different presets for different podcasts. That way, every time you wanted to do something, you wouldn't need to reset it up and completely spend like 15 minutes just figuring it all out again. You could just go, oh, cool, we're doing the podcast about the stuff podcast, and then you basically just go to the preset, choose it, and then bingo banga bongo, everything's configured exactly how you want. All the same filtering, all the same limiters, all the same mic input names, file types, etc. All of that just saved, ready to go, which would be different, of course, compared to, say, recording the sound of a frog. Let's say you're a frog aficionado and you go out into the jungle to record frogs. Then you probably want a different configuration settings, so you can go to a frog setting, which you can save. So that's good. That's in advanced mode. I keep it in simple. Yeah, I've been pretty much living in simple. I'm a simpleton. I am a simpleton. So yes, there you go. MixPre-3. Oh yeah, and you can mount it to stuff. You can see here I've got it mounted to a tripod. Lots of tripod mounts. You can put it on things, under things, on the side of things, anything, which is great. Oh, brilliant. Fantastic. So this is first impressions. As I say, first impressions are good, as you can see in this video. My name is Multiplier, and I will catch you guys on the flippity flip. Oh no, I should have, okay, I thought of a better way to finish this video. I should have finished it in a narratively consistent way. So I should have done something like, catch you guys on the, wait, when do I say it? I don't know. I'm just going to basically hit the off button, and that's going to be me storytelling, telling you that the video's finished already.